Hello my internet friends, John Gibson here with I Need Examples. Today I'm going to describe the function syntax and usage of the Excel function ACOSH, also known as the inverse hyperbolic cosine function in Microsoft Excel. The Excel function ACOSH returns the inverse hyperbolic cosine of a number. The number must be greater than or equal to 1. The inverse hyperbolic cosine function syntax has the following arguments. Number: a real number equal to or greater than 1. Here's a list of hyperbolic cosines we will use as examples to find the inverse of hyperbolic cosine. They range from 1 to 2.35. I'm using the range because it corresponds with my video to finding the hyperbolic cosine. Link in the description below. Look at the graph. The blue line is our hyperbola. You will see that the x-coordinates plotted out in yellow are listed in the Excel range. If we want to find the inverse hyperbolic cosine, we will use the Excel function ACOSH. To do this, we will click the cell we wish to have our value. In this case, it will be C3. Click on the Insert Function button. The Insert Function dialog box will appear. Inside the Search for a Function text box, type in hyperbolic cosine and click on Go. As you can see, there are 3 options displayed. If you're unsure of which function you need to use, just single-click on each Excel function and you will see below the Select a Function box an overview of the selected Excel function. The description of the first Excel function, ACOSH, looks to be the correct function. Now that we have validated this is the Excel function we want, click on OK. The next dialog box will be the function arguments. There is only one argument required, the number. Below the text box you will see a description of this argument and any requirements or rules set for this argument. In the description, the number argument is equal to or greater than 1. Click on the text box next to the number and click on the first hyperbolic cosine to add the cell's value to our function argument. Once we have clicked on the first hyperbolic cosine, B3, you can see in the function arguments dialog box the formula results. In this case, the result is 0. This is the desired value. Click on OK. The inverse hyperbolic cosine cell, C3, now has the correct value. Look at the graph and you will see a red dot. This value is the point where the x-coordinate intersects with the hyperbola. This is our inverse hyperbolic cosine value. Let us click on the cell to review the function we just entered. Once we have clicked on the cell, you will see the function shown in the formula bar. Click on the function in the formula bar. When you select the function, you will see that the argument in B3 is highlighted and so is the reference cell. Let us move to the next hyperbolic cosine, 1.127625965, and add that function to the inverse hyperbolic cosine cell, C4. Click the cell, and click on the Insert Function button. Since the last Excel function we used was the inverse hyperbolic cosine, it is listed in the first position of our Select a Function box. Click the Excel function, ACOSH, and click OK. Our function arguments box appears, and now we can select the cell we wish to have for the argument. In this case, it will be B4. Once selected into the argument box, click OK. Now you can see that our inverse hyperbolic cosine is 0.5. Looking at the graph, you can see a new red dot on the hyperbola showing where the x-coordinate intersects. Another way to enter our function, other than using the Insert Function button, is to enter it directly into the cell. Let's click on the third cell under the inverse hyperbolic cosine, which is C5. Now let's enter the function manually. Type equal. This indicates we are starting a function, ACOSH, open parentheses. Now we need to add the reference, which is B5. You could either click on the cell just as we did in the function arguments dialog box, or enter it manually. For now, we will enter it manually. Type B5, then close parentheses. Once you have completed this, hit your Enter key. As you can see, our inverse hyperbolic cosine is now 1. Other options to enter the function is to do an update on all the cells below the inverse hyperbolic cosine. To do this, we will click on the cell C5 which holds the last Excel function ACOSH we entered. If you look in the lower right hand corner of this cell, you will see a tiny square also called the fill handle. When you click and hold on the fill handle, you could drag down to the last cell in this group, C6, and let go. This will populate all the cells with the function and the correct reference values. Now using the same technique, let's say we have thousands of cells we need to populate with this function. Click on the last cell we entered, and instead of clicking and holding the fill handle, double-click on it with your left mouse button. As you can see, it will populate all of the cells down to C6 with the new function. Thank you for watching. Again, this is John Gibson with I Need Examples. Please like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notification bell to stay up to date on new videos. Have a wonderful rest of your day.